Hello, class. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to leave you this recording for the class that we're going to miss tomorrow, right? And we're just going to explain about absolute values and inequalities. I already gave you a work on absolute values that's going to be due for today, right? For today, that your teacher is supposed to sign. So I'm going to leave it to her so she can sign it. We're going to discuss it. I'm going to discuss it with you guys, each and every one of them, so you can check them and then you can resubmit the corrected ones. Okay. So today there was an earthquake right about like 5 minutes ago. So it was really great. It was amazing. It was great. I was alone in my room. I was gonna start the video, but soon I started the video, there was an earthquake. How cool would it be if I took a video of that? Verdad que no, it wouldn't be that cool. Pero sí, pero nada, we're gonna start with the class, right? I'm gonna use my tablet right here so we can discuss the assignment, so you can see the answers, and then we're gonna discuss the new topic that's called the absolute value with inequalities. Remember, we were working with absolute values, but with the equal sign. So let me just screen mirror. There you go. You can see the screen mirroring related to the class. So we're going to be discussing assignment number 7. Here you go. Assignment number 7. This is the answer sheet for this assignment, right? Remember, these are inequalities, but with an equal sign. We're going to be working with absolute values with inequality. That's more or less than, like that. So in the first one, we have 7p plus 4 over 8. You just have to use it with the two. You have to put the two sides on +3 and -3. See, one with positive, one with negative. And you just simply substitute. You just simply solve for p. You multiply by 8 on both sides, it will give you 24. Then you move the 4 to this side, it will be 24 minus 4. That will equal 20 over 7. That's the final value. And if you do the same process with the negative sign, it will give you p equals -4. So these are the values of the absolute value. On this one, it's a little different because here you have a value in front of the absolute value. So what you have to do is you have to move the 3 to the right side, and it will be 3 minus 3. That equals 0. And then you divide by -1, so you can take this negative out. It will be 0 over -1, and 0 over -1 is 0. Then you substitute the 6 to this side, it will be 8x. This would be, it will be 8x equals 6. You divide by 8, x equals 6 over 8. You can simplify by 2, and it equals 3 over 4. That's the final answer. In this one, we don't have two values. In this one, we don't have two values because it will give us only 3 over 4. In number 3, we do the same thing. We move the 2 to the right side. It will be -73 minus 2. There will be -75. Then you divide by -5 on both sides, and it will be 5m minus 5 equals 15. Remember that for the equal signs, you only have to leave it at the absolute value with nothing else up at the front or nothing else at the back. It only absolute value equals value. So then you just do one with +15 and the other one with -15. This one will equal 4, and this one will equal -2. On number 4, what you have to do is you have to move the 9 to the right side. It will be 66 divided by 6 equals 11. You do one with +11, and then you do the other one with -11. That's going to be your two values right here. And this, it will equal x equals -2, and x equals 12 over 5. In number 3, you do exactly the same. Just move the 3 to the right side. It will be 18 plus 3. This will equal 21. Then you divide by 3 on both sides, and this will equal 21 over 3 equals 7. You do one with +7, and you do the other one with -7. So this will be 10 over -5. This will equal -2. And there will be -10 over -5, and this will equal 2. These will be the two values of the absolute value. In this one, it's a little bit complicated, but it's simple. What you have to do is you just have to pass the 7 to the right side. It will be 38 plus 7. And then what you're going to do is you're going to then divide by 5. And this will equal 45 minus 5. equals 9, and then equals -9. 9 minus 9 equals 0 over -5 equals 0, and -9 plus -9 equals -18 over -5. This will equal 18 over 5. This will be the value for both of them. You can see how each and every one was made, and now you can check your answers. In this one a little different because here you have an absolute value on both sides of the equation. So what you're going to do here is that you're going to take the absolute value and you're going to convert it to a negative form. For example, in the first one, you have 2x minus 3 equals 5x plus 4. This is the positive form of the absolute value. But in the negative form of the absolute value, you just have to put 2x minus 3 equals negative 5x plus 4. Negative. The whole value is going to be negative. And then you apply the distributive property. Negative times positive, -5, and negative times positive, -4. Then you put the variables to one side and the natural numbers to the other side. And this will be 2x plus 5x equals 7x, and -4 plus 3 equals -1. Then you divide by 7 on both sides, and this will equal -1 over 7. That will be your final answer. On number 8 is the same as the last ones that we were doing. As you can see, there isn't any values on the front of the absolute value or at the back of the absolute value. So you're just going to put 3 positive, and then you're just going to put 3 negative. In this one, let me just do a line right here so you guys can see the difference between each and every one of them. It will be 6x plus 1 over x minus 1. Remember that our first topics in this class was solving rational expressions. This is a rational expression. For you to solve this, you just have to multiply by x minus 1 on both sides, and then you apply this distributive property on this side. It will be 6x plus 1 equals 3x minus 3. You move the x's to one side and the natural numbers to the other. This will be 6x minus 3x, and this will be -3 minus 1. -3 minus 1 equals -4, divided by 3. It will equal -4 over 3. On this side is exactly the same, but instead of having a positive 3, you're going to have a -3. So it will be -3 times x, and then -3 times -1. This would be 6x plus 1, and then -3x plus 3, because negative times negative, positive. You move the x's to one side, the natural numbers to the other side, x to this side, and 3 minus 1 on the other side. This will equal 2 over 9. So x equals 2 over 9. On this one is exactly the same, only you have one positive number, one negative number, exactly the same. You multiply by 2 on both sides, x minus 4 equals 10 plus 4. What I did was that I moved this over here, equals 14. You do the same for the right side, times 2 on both sides, and this will equal -10 plus 4 equals -6. These are the two values of the absolute value. On this one is the same as we did over here, exactly the same. What you're going to do is you're going to put one value positive and the other value, you're going to have it negative. One value positive and the other negative. Okay.